All right, George.
Yeah, so it was pretty much just me and this cheese dip, right, when my mom walked in, and she was like, what are you doing?
That's a crazy story, George. I haven't heard you tell a story like that before.
No, it was so weird, like, and then I sat there and I didn't, oh, right.
Yeah, save it for the show,
Yeah, we'll get into it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Your Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle. You hear the claps. You know what time it is. George.
Jake. Well, I just figured I'm on all your other shows that, like, I should be on this one, too.
But this is me and George.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think the show really works without him.
I haven't.
I appreciate it.
Sure.
I appreciate it, but
I'll just.
Yeah, okay, all right.
I'll see you for How Did This Get Booked?
Yeah, how did this get booked? Yeah,
right.
We'll just do that then. So.
Not a problem.
All
That's
right.
All right. Same way it came?
Yeah, same way you came.
It's going to debut tonight. Is that okay?
Bullet? Okay, just fine.
The ink is still wet. Bullet.
Hot off the press.
Oh, hot off the presses. I just put a bunch of names on there and hoping they can make it. Okay. Don't. All I got a hood.
Isn't that person dead?
Hey, I did put like Rachel Dark Journey Freeman because there's like 100 Rachel Freemans out there now. Bullet. Yeah, I don't even know if he's still alive.
Yeah.
Bullet. But see, I'm calling it Sumo Wrestling because I had to sneak it in before the NFL does.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with football.
I'm just gonna beat him to the punch.
Yeah, I'm beating him to a punch.
Yeah. It's not like they've done it like 50 times or so.
Yeah.
You know,
No, boy. Yeah. You think they'd get it right after 50 years. Okay? I'm blowed up, boy. Look, we got kayfabe bits, but that's 2015. Okay. But they just had I either paid for the good ones or I used
recycled paper.
The 50 that was just laying there in the trash. So,
there you go.
You gotta make sure. Let's see. Was you champion then or no? Okay. Okay, good. Oh, I was still losing.
I still 2 year losing.
Hey, Florida can't use Dusty if he's in WWF. I got to be careful about that. Okay.
Yeah, and you can't say WCW on WWF television. Just remember that. So
okay, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Dad You Don't Work, You Wrestle. You heard a few claps. You know what time it is.
Yes.
George, how was your weekend?
Bullet, my weekend was unbelievable. Believe it or not. Had nothing to do with wrestling. I think that's why it was unbelievable. But anyway, this is about wrestling events, so that's why I better talk about wrestling. Bullet, so much, I gotta make sure I hold this up, so much going on in the life of Dad You Don't Work, You Wrestle television. I know, of course, they'll miss it, but we're on a little early tonight. Of course, we'll be on the same time when they watch it. Tomorrow.
Whenever they have time. Whenever, the bowel movement happens.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We're here for you people, okay? Stomach ache, virus throwing up, whatever. You can watch it later. The time change has not affected us. We are still our laughable, great comedian time. It didn't affect our comedian timing at all.
No, our darkness in our hearts has been going on, whether it's daylight savings or not.
And Bullet, listen, I got, and this ain't got to do with the show, but I'm possessed right now because ever since we cracked that great joke a few months ago back about the famous redneck sign that said, "I'll buy your house." I can't stop looking for them, okay? But you'll be 100,000 miles away.
They're looking for you.
I'll see one, and I got to take a picture. I even saw one that said, "We will buy your gold." Now, I'm not even going to open that can of worms. It was on the same redneck-looking cardboard sign in the ground, okay, that said they're going to buy my gold. Now, that's up for discussion, okay? But I'm just trying to get that out of my mind. But we got. I think we have milked it for as much as it's worth. But I can't ever. I get depressed if I don't see one at a sign, at an intersection. Does that make sense? Just a great line, Bullet. Great line. But anyway, so much going on, Bullet. So much in the wrestling world going on. Boy, I tell you what. My good friend, drop a few names here, Superstar Billy Graham. I don't watch Raw personally. I don't. I wonder he ain't got a TV. But anyway, that's got a lot to do with it. But I don't think Superstar Billy Graham's too happy with the way they're going with the underneath guy. Like, did he win like the world belt or something?
He had a title match.
Oh gosh. But he didn't win it or nothing.
No, he didn't.
Okay. But anyway, so much going on, Bullet. I want to put a quick plug in here, folks. Hot off the press, Bullet. Folks, you got to come to this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this, if the wrestling world in itself hadn't cut everybody's throats and got everybody in trouble, got heat with everybody, this one is going to do it, okay? The first annual Super Bowl of wrestling, okay? I'm actually going to start telling people next week, this is actually the last one ever. And then 2 days later, I'm going to put tickets on sale for next year. But that's a whole other thing.
Which, by the way, you've also already pissed off my broadcasting teacher because she says there's no such thing as first annual because it's not an annual event because the second one hasn't happened. So already you're doing a fantastic job of making somebody mad who doesn't even pay attention to wrestling whatsoever.
I love that, boy. Oh my gosh, we just bonded there for a moment, boy. But anyway, folks, listen to me. This right here, this whole event, I do not want this to be another, quote me on this, another stupid wrestling event. I don't. I could care less. There's enough of those. This is for the animals. I love the animals, okay? This, seriously, folks, the
actual animals. Not Muppets.
Not Muppets, not some wrestlers.
Or Road Warriors.
No, not one of the Road Warriors. This is for a good cause, folks. I know we hear that all the time. There won't be no GoFundMe accounts or anything like that started, folks. This is for the rescue kennels that actually rescue the animals and try to place them in homes. Okay, I know I was not educated on this. I didn't have a clue the process of doing it, Bullet, of what happens to these animals. I don't slow down long enough, which I do now. It's really it's kind of sad. I'll be up front with you, not to depress the moment here, but if these animals don't get placed into homes, they get put down. Now, everybody's heard my feedback on when they first contacted somebody in the wrestling society, they were told enormous prices for this. So, in my thinking, which will be posted later tonight, is they wanted wrestlers wanted $6,500 to help out the animals while animals are getting put down. I think it should be the other way around. I think we should give the animals $6,500 and put down a few wrestlers. That's just my own personal opinion. Folks, 2 days. High Point, folks, this is going to be unbelievable. I'm talking crafts, car show. We got two. I didn't even know that there's a circuit for car shows. I thought somebody with a nice car just like pulls in. But there's circuits that they travel. So they're two of them.
Probably politics. Probably guys that get mad when you like park in their spot. You know what I'm saying? Or move their stuff out of the way to park in their spot.
Can't you
probably
see
politics.
That? Oh,
it's
yeah.
probably
bad.
You know, like talk about this guy or talk about there's clicks.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure there's all kinds of stuff. Probably a special handshake you got to do. I don't know.
The two Corvette, the Corvette and the Mustang owner dog the Ford guy till he walks up, and then they hug you. They do the car show hug that all of them do. And then when he turns his back, they dog him again. They say, yeah, he don't really have a nice car. But this is the thing I want to really, really stress to the people, folks. We even got Santa there. Santa is the first announced guest at this for the photo op, and he's not even charging me extra to dress up.
Well, I hope it works out better than when Philadelphia got Santa Claus to show up to an Eagles football game. That's all I can say. I hope it turns out a lot better than when that happened.
Oh yeah,
that did not go well for Santa Claus.
Hey, and Bullet, listen to me. Now I know Santa, little kids. I know this Santa may look exactly like somebody that just wrestled on the show, but don't pay no attention to that. Okay.
And there may be a very progressive decision on what ethnicity Santa Claus may be, but keep in mind it may be a progressive decision, but also may be a cost-cutting measure as well.
It may be a Santa Claus doing this. That's all I'm saying. Okay. That's all I'm saying. It may be one with a big old brown beard and a few Eddie Mercury tattoo. But that's beside the point.
Or you might be wondering hey, maybe Santa Claus. I wonder what he looked like black. That may happen too.
No, that's true.
That may very likely happen. You may get that question answered that same weekend.
That's exactly right, folks. What I want people to think when they come into this event is the two brothers that made me think of this, that made the Wayans brothers, that made the real comedian. They're funny. They're $1 million. They're millionaires. But they took the scary movies and made them into like a joke. And that's what George is. If I'd done it in 40 years, that's what I'm gonna do this night. 2 great nights of wrestling. Here is the genius thing, and I know we got to move on and talk about other things, Bullet. The crafts, folks, I want you to understand this. The crafts start at 10 a.m. There's going to be 200 people for this free event. George is not letting anybody leave because if they go home and get comfortable, undo the belt, pop their feet up, they ain't coming back. So I'm going to take a small break. But listen to me. And then we're going to do the wrestling. Okay? So listen to this now.
So you're going to hold people hostage and
charge
them money.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, all right.
They're going to be paying me to let them leave by the time we're done. Already announced. The Assassins are going to be there. Gladiators, Core Connections.
Assassins holding people hostage.
Oh, yeah.
I already like where we're going here.
Oh, yeah. So
I like the verbiage we've used on all of this.
Folks, listen. December 17th and 18th, I know there is like 4 million wrestling shows going on that weekend. But let me tell y'all something, folks. Not that I care anyway, but when you get into booking events, as you know, Bullet, you take what the building, which is the High Point Rec Center, whatever, you take what building they can give you, as you know, especially around Christmas time with the Christmas parties and all them kind of Hanukkah parties and all them kind of parties, that you take what they can give you, okay? I'm very, very excited because here's my point. I'm going to shut up, believe it or not, Bullet, because there's so much we got to talk about. I seriously want people that we will have information there. If someone's interested in adopting one of these animals, we're going to have people from the kennel that actually trains these rescue animals for like the FBI and drug dogs, which I told them to leave the drug dogs at home for this event. Okay? Just to be safe. That's all I'm saying, Bullet, okay?
Which circles back around to your policy before about a few wrestlers getting put down.
Oh, yes,
so
exactly.
It just circles back around.
This is the whole point, and I'm being serious as a heart attack right here, folks. I don't want to just wrestle. I mean, that ain't the point. If nobody goes Monday morning to ask about a rescue animal, Mr. Number One's purpose in life has been dented. Does that make sense?
Then it's going to be a far bigger waste of time than
it is anyway.
Than what Donald Trump said the running for president was if he loses.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, this may be airing in a different democracy.
Yeah.
Or not a democracy at all. I don't know.
That's exactly right.
I don't know.
So that's the whole point behind
this.
That's
for either candidate. We might have a democracy no matter who's elected.
Folks, listen, we're going to have cater food, Bullet. Listen to this. I love cold pizza better than anybody, but this event, there's going to be homemade lasagna, homemade bread, salad. If you don't even like the wrestling, just come for the food. 100%, Bullet, believe it or not. I know this is an unwritten law in pro wrestling, but I'm going to make sure 100% of whatever comes through this door. I've taken my ring, my Island of Misfit Toys, Bullet, the squirt gun that squirts jelly, and the Jack in the Box that Jill comes out of. But that's not a transgender joke. That's what truly happened.
Jill can pop out of whatever box she wants.
That's exactly right. Okay?
This is 2016.
Yeah.
Jill can pop out and pop into whatever box she wants.
And I'm not questioning that.
And Jack can do the same.
Jack can do the same. And feel comfortable doing it.
Yes.
So, the whole purpose behind this, Bullet, I know we got a few months off. We're going to really just try to get some people in there. We're going to have fun. A lot of our students, Bullet, are going to be wrestling. They've got to because they're going to be the Assassins and the Gladiators and all them names I just mentioned.
Holding people hostage.
Oh, yeah, holding people hostage. So, the whole
You're going to have the terrorists on there, too?
Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah, he's on there, too. So, Bullet, come Monday morning, I'll give people a little time to get home and rest up from this huge event. I hope someone will inquire about we're going to have, as my first 5 announced guests, well, 6, one was Santa, the next 5 is rescue animals. So far I have no budget. I've got 6 announced guests coming, Bullet, and it will be actually some of the rescue animals that have been rescued and are actually doing good in the world and actually making a difference, okay? So, people, it's our job. It's our job, Bullet. So, anyway, well, I'm pumped on this event, okay? Just because, listen, I hate the word discouraged. They were very discouraged. The joke I've made many, many weeks now on the $1,500 ring rental was a true comment made to these people when they first pursued professional wrestling to help with this fundraiser, okay? Boy, I actually, because I care about people, I've lived by this motto, boy, and I'm going to shut up, okay? I live by this motto. I want to be able in 10 years to see these people in Walmart not have to duck. You understand, Bullet? You understand what I'm saying? I've lived by that motto.
You've done that enough throughout your lifetime.
Yes.
And eventually you realize that if I keep doing this and I'm getting older, I can't duck as low as I used to anymore. Eventually these people are going to take me out. It's a thought that's come up a lot sooner in your life as opposed to earlier.
So it's much easier now to just don't screw people.
Yeah.
Okay? Before I could duck, hide.
You're mobile.
Oh, yeah, I can lay low.
You could juke, you could jive.
Yes.
You could be like Dion and avert people.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
You could go around like Emmett Smith.
When they're in the towel aisle, I mean, I can duck out, you know, slide, do one of them roll like mall cop rolls.
Back when you were just as mobile as Dax, now
Yes.
you're about as mobile as Romo.
Oh yeah, I'm Romo now. So Romo, oh, that's very good. Boy, I love that. So Romo now just don't want to screw nobody. So anyway, a lot of stuff going on, folks. I'll put this in front now. I hope everybody can, at least you can make donations. We've got one lady that's going to just donate dog food to the event, Bullet. So a lot of good stuff going on. So and I know you'll be leaving here in just a little bit. You got a lot going on too.
Yeah.
With the comedian.
End of the World Comedy Show. Only $3. Tom Simmons. I wish you guys. I hope. Tell you what, it already happened by the time I post this. Yeah. It worked out great. It was fantastic. Packed room. I made all my money back. Great. Fantastic job. I even made money back on the costume I rented. I'm going all out. I'm going to be walking on North Davidson and Uncle Sam outfit with a cardboard sign. I'm going all in. People will probably think I'm a crazy individual. And if I don't get locked up, it will be the greatest comedy show of all time.
Oh, I love that. Bullet. Shoot, man. What else was I going to say? Oh, something. Are you actually hosting this one?
I am hosting this. Yes.
Bullet. That blesses my heart. That blesses my heart. You're working your way right up that ladder. Bullet, way up that ladder.
And I'm hosting this weekend at Bonkers. People will have the time to do that. And then also, part of the reason why I won't be at least a couple of those days,
exactly,
is because I'll be hosting at the Comedy Zone that same weekend the Super Bowl Wrestling.
Yeah.
So already you've pissed me off that you pick the wrong date. So you pissed me off, my broadcasting teacher. You're making enemies all over the place.
We may not lay the dogs down till you can be with us. Okay.
Watch out when we see each other in Walmart, because I'm going after you.
I'll be ducking up my partner. Oh, and on the personal side, is Miss Bullet back home? I meant to ask you that. I knew she was ready. She's traveling, and
yes.
I know she's ready to be home too. All right, before we get out of here, idiot of the week.
Yep.
Bullet, let me tell you something. It's just amazing to me. If I actually woke up on a Monday morning and said, this week is going to be a great week, I'm not going to find an idiot. I think the idiots would be hurt over it. I think, Bullet. People, I do not do research. There's many idiot websites, but there's not one particular that I go to that I can find an idiot of the week and use him. I don't have to. It is like Rock and Roll Express back in the 80s when women were just like throwing flowers. And of course, me and Rocky King was our catching what we could. Flowers, candy, just presenting all this stuff to rock and roll, just throwing it out there. That's what these idiots do.
The only thing you need to do to catch an idiot is just have time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, that's moment. That's moment stuff right there, boy. Really. We got to end with that. I got to remember that, so we can end here in a minute with that, boy. Anyway, I always getting all kind of letters and stuff. I delete people. You know, I made a comment this week about, and I actually had a lady write me and ask me what I mean by that. But, you know, when someone sends you a Facebook request, this ain't even the idiot, and it's outlined like a Dick Tracy movie, Dead Body. You know what I'm saying? They only put a face in it. Lord, at least find a fake face. You know, one of these like Victoria's Secret models and put it in there, okay? That stands better. But I'm just going to delete you, guy or girl, okay? And my whole point behind it is that if you're that ugly, you know what I'm saying? I probably don't need to be accepting you anyway. But I even had a lady write me and say, well, I don't understand what you mean. What do you mean you won't accept nobody if there's no face there? I just don't understand that whole concept behind it. You do look like a dead body that somebody chopped you. But that ain't got nothing to do with it. So anyway, a man wrote me, Bullet, wrote to wrestling school, very interested in his dream. I always laugh about this, is they spend a half a page typing to me their dream and how this is all they ever wanted to do. They'll sacrifice. They know what it takes. They know what it takes. And then they always get down about half a page, and then here comes the part about the money, okay? This idiot was so just forward about it. He just said, can I train for free, okay? What they don't understand is once that free comes in, your stupid credentials don't mean it. You can be AAU chairman, okay, of the Jerry Briscoe Invitational Shoot Tournament, okay? But if it says free, we don't care. But anyway, so this guy went on to say, Bullet, that, and this is the point that we'll go in our idiot bag of the week. This guy even said that he has a learning disability that stops him from getting a regular job. So he chooses wrestling. But my learning disability is the reason I got into wrestling. Yep. But me too. Bullet, what in the world? And I know I'm joking here too, but Bullet, what the heck is this guy thinking? Okay, you don't supposedly you got to learn disability. You can't do anything else. But he just wakes up one morning, he's going to be a professional wrestler. he is the idiot of the week because you ain't got a clue, stupid, what it actually, seriously, Bullet, what it takes to do what we do. Everybody just thinks you can. They don't have a clue, Bullet. I'm telling you right now, he doesn't even have a clue. So him and his learning disability, whatever it is, he's well enough to wrestle, but he ain't well enough to work a regular job. And that's why the reason he don't have any money to pay me and he wants me train free. Okay? Bullet? No. Okay? No, no, no. Okay? So my learning disability is not that I can throw you in this idiot bag. And I didn't have to learn to do that. Okay, Bullet? So people, listen to me. I know we got to get out of here, but folks, listen to me. You don't have a clue what it takes to do. You don't know what it takes to fail at what we do. You understand? Forget being a success, Bullet. Not one time. Okay? If you want to sugarcoat it, just ask me, when will the ring be set up? Okay? Then we'll work around that learning disability. Oh, you want to. But, of course, that's never in the equation, Bullet. Okay? The credentials don't matter. The bottom line is, we ain't doing it for free. Okay?
All right, so, great. And then let me put somebody else in there. Back to your comment before. Funny story. I was at my favorite bar, Steamers. Give them a little plug here. I was sitting down having date night by myself, and there was this couple next to me, and there's this guy being very loud, obnoxious. He was slurring his words real bad. Real bad, being obnoxious and just bumping into people and just being really boisterous and kind of rude. And he asked for a drink, and the bartender goes, "How much have you had to drink?" And then his girlfriend piped up. She goes, "Oh, no. He's got a brain injury." He acts like this all the time. So he's allowed to have a drink. And don't worry, he's driving us home, too. He's only had 3. Oh, I hope he can buy a gun, too, because he seems like a very rational... Like, I have nothing against people that have brain injuries that act like normal human beings and that have handicaps and stuff like that. But if you're going to get a brain injury and be the most obnoxious person ever, how about we drop in your head just one more time and see if it all gets corrected? One way or another. One way or another. So what I'm saying to you is, if you do have a brain injury, maybe you shouldn't have any drinks
That's
whatsoever.
exactly right.
I'm just saying that, maybe 3 drinks already probably makes you as messed up as it is. So pushing you to 4 or 5 probably isn't the best call. No. So and the person that who cares for you and love you should see that as well. So
I know. She's feeding them to him. Oh,
yeah, feeding him the drinks, and then also bumping into me and playing the little straw game into my wings and my food as well. Gosh, so interrupting my meal and
that's not
having
good. That's not good.
A little
Until it's time to not be nice.
Yes.
Okay.
So you go in the idiot bag as well.
2 contestants this week, folks. Just a few pointer here. You got to quit using all these medical excuses and say that you got brain injury, say you got learning disability. Wrestlers have already done that to death. Okay. Through GoFundMe accounts and through everything else. So wrestlers have already screwed that up. Okay? People scamming the system from injuries. Wrestlers have done that.
That's why Lloyd's of London won't insure us anymore, okay? We already won.
Yeah.
We proved that we can do it.
Buddy at Steamer's Bar, what are you going to do? He's going to sue Vince next because he said he got concussion. You watch. That's coming next, Bullet. So, anyway, but folks, what was that line you used?
Time.
Huh?
About time.
About time.
About idiots. Yeah, if you want to find a good idiot, all you need is some extra
time.
Oh,
yes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not interested in finding an idiot and you got time, something that you can find, kind of corny, is...
the 2nd greatest book of all time. And when it comes to time to shipping it out, it will take no time whatsoever from MySpots.com. To know more about what I'm going to be doing this weekend or what George's going to be doing, just make sure you follow me on Twitter at ManScoutManning or on Instagram at ManScoutManning. This is another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Oh, Romo saved me. Okay? That just threw the interception, and Romo had to come in and save me.
Or vice versa.
Thank you. Thank you, Bullet. Oh, very good. Yeah, wrestlers done did all that, Mike Lee. Brain injuries, concussions. They didn't use all that on the GoFundMe account.